Hello, my dear. Thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a 30-minute 5-question tarot card reading. So your name and info will be confidential. I will only focus on what I see coming for you through the cards. So thank you again. So we're going to start off with clearing out the energy first, and then we will begin a quick little prayer, and I will go over your questions. And each question I will be pulling out cards. Um, so, so let's begin now praying. We ask the universe now to reveal to this client what she needs to know in this present time. As I focus on her name, I ask that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. I am open to only receiving energy of God's white light, God's higher intention. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this space, as I ask to bring in what needs to be said with the questions she has asked. Thank you. Amen. All right, so let's go to your first question here, hon. Your first question is, what does I'm not gonna say his name, this person need from me most in our relationship? What does this person need most from me in our relationship? So let's start shuffling here. I have his name, I have your name in my head. Does he need more from their relationship? Alright, let's see here. Alright. Alright, so I have the cards here. As I tune into that question, it seems like to me, you come in as the Queen of Cups, which is a beautiful card. It represents somebody who is a loving mother, a loving person, a sensitive being, somebody who is open and caring and loving. And the question you asked is like, what does he need more of your relationship, more from the relationship itself? To be honest, these cards itself, for me, I feel like he just needs support, and love, and just support. I keep on getting the sense of support because this energy itself represents somebody who's kind and understanding. I do feel like he needs somebody who's understanding. Needs just someone who he can feel comfortable with, and who can understand his situation and understand what he's going through and support him through the process. Kind of like somebody who could be there for him through the process of whatever he's going through, especially in the relationship itself. So I do feel like the world card usually represents when somebody lives, probably something that has to do with living overseas or traveling. So there's the overseas card, which has to do with the world. And the fact that it's reversed, it can mean that he's far away or he's overseas, and it's a struggle. Okay, so I do feel like it's saying love and support for the fact that he's far away, or the issues itself. I don't know if he's not far away. This can mean issues that have to do with another country. Um, but it's just focusing on that. I also see the King of Wands here reversed, so it means what I feel like he needs from the relationship itself is some form of goals, some form of setting plans, setting a future, just getting like things in order, I feel. And I know it's been difficult to do because of this issue, but with your love and support itself, it just eases the situation and eases everything itself. So it's you're a big part of the relationship. You're a big part of it. Just keeping it strong, and you mean a lot to him, I feel. And even though it's like a struggle with this, you bring that beautiful energy into the picture, I feel, hon. Okay? And he feels it very, very strongly too. Your next question is, will my son find a job soon in the field of work he went to school for? Your son. So I'll just tune into your name and just say your son. Will this client's son find a job soon in the field that he studied, in the field that he worked for to study, um, will he find a job in that field soon for this client that I have in my head? Seem like positive cards here. I'm going to pull out 3 more for this to see, will he find a job soon in his field? What I do feel here is I feel like he's driven. I feel like he wants to. I feel like he's willing. There's this sense of urgency. There's this sense of wanting to have an outcome for this, most definitely. But there's a lot of loss here. So it feels like to me maybe uh, a lot of loss. Maybe he loss of relationship, loss of jobs, just a feeling of feeling like, he's failed, or he's struggled a lot, or he's failed at things, or he just feels like he's not enough for certain things. There's just a sense of feeling from that. What I do feel like I feel like he has the potential to find a job soon. Yes, I do feel like he does. I feel like there's possibilities. And there's something with communication. So I don't know if it's writing or journalism or something with computers or something with communication, but there's something with communication and something with the intelligent aspect of it. So if he would be finding something in his field, it would be with something of communication. I don't know if it's writing or computers or some form of communication or talking with people. So there's something with that, most definitely. It just seems like to me, there's also a girl here. So I don't know if your son has had issues with a wife or a partner or somebody in his past or girlfriend. There's a Queen of Wands here. So again, this can be somebody from his job or can be an actual female or relationship he's had issues with this person or did have issues with this person in the past. Again, I don't know if he's a teenager or young adult, but this can be somebody that he um, has had issues with in the past, or he deals with somebody like this in his life. There's a female here, okay? But there's something with um, being too much in solitude. So it could be a depression or some form of being too much alone and being too much in his head. So he has to get out more. He has to try more, needs to really get out there more to find a job, keep at it. As I know it's difficult, and it's like he feels trapped. So I feel like he just feels trapped overall, in general with this, okay? But overall with your question, um, I don't feel like it's gonna be right away. I do feel like there's definitely potential in finding a job in the field that he wants. I feel like it is possible, okay, but not so soon, I feel. I feel like um uh he has to like get stuff organized with himself first before that can happen. There's just something with organizing himself. Maybe he has to get himself organized or organize himself more before that could happen. But I do see yes. For that answer, I feel like yes, but not so soon. No, not soon. because I do see a celebration card here. So that's pretty good. That represents some form of celebration and him risk-taking, getting to the point of risk-taking and going after what he wants. But I don't feel like it's going to be right away. I feel like he has to organize himself, or like he needs to get back on his feet and be strong enough and emotionally strong enough to like keep on looking and really get himself out there. So um, I feel like he will find a job in his work, in his field, no matter what. I just don't feel like it's going to be very soon. I feel like time frame, uh, there's this sense of, I can't put an exact time frame, but there's a sense of maybe within like a couple of months, 4 to 5 months, a feeling like that, where he'll be able to maybe find a job and maybe get interviewed, or there will be more availability. I feel like maybe there's not a lot of availability, or it's just like he needs to get back on his feet. I don't know if he just finished school, or I don't know what it is, but there's this feeling where he needs to organize himself more, and uh, he has to organize himself a little bit better. All right, that's what I'm picking up here. But I do feel like he will find a job in that field. Most definitely, just not very soon. Feel like he needs to, um, he's a little bit of a all over the place. So he needs to fix that before. All right. See here. Your next question here. Your next question is moving to a good idea? So I have that city in my head now. Is moving to this location for this client a good idea? Okay, so to answer your question, I don't know when you said, "Oh, is moving over here a good idea? Is moving on a good idea?" Okay. On to answer the question, I feel a no. I feel like no, it's not. I feel like you need to plan more and you need to think about this. There needs to be more planning. I don't know if there's other options or whatnot, but all I'm gonna say is not right now. No, no, I don't feel like this place is a good idea. There's this energy, maybe it's out of boredom, or maybe it's out of wanting a change or feeling lonely, or there's a sense of feeling like um, you feel like it'll change something, or something with family and celebration, but it's reversed, so it's kind of saying like, no, not right now. But the planning card comes in, so it's like you need to plan more. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's saying like you need to think about it more, you need to figure out your plans more, but not right now. I don't feel like it's a good idea right now. I don't feel like it's a good idea. The cards are kind of saying like you've been through a lot, so you need to plan more and figure it out more. Um, there's something where they're feeling like this is not the right time, this is not for you, this place. Okay. I'll go on to your next question here.